What a fantastic panorama view. Death Valley has been amazing. So cool. I had no idea the park was going to be this cool. I had no expectations. I didn't even know what I was getting myself in for. We discussed not even coming here because not everything is open because of the hurricane. But we thought, you know what, we're close by, let's just do it. And I'm so glad we did. I would highly, highly recommend this park. Just driving through, you might think that there's like nothing here. It looks very desolate. There are tons of hidden gems here, so much you can do. We could spend so many more days here.
We are Kyle and Nicole, avid travelers from Michigan. In 2021, Kyle quit his job and we have been traveling across North America in our travel trailer while I continue to work full-time from the road. We love to create content showing amazing destinations, things to do, free camping spots, and RV life. We hope you will like, subscribe, and comment on our videos and join us for these fantastic adventures. You never know where we will pop up next. We are driving to Death Valley from Trona Pinnacles, California, and the drive here has really awesome scenery. We are literally in the middle of nowhere. Death Valley is huge. Driving across the park alone can take a couple of hours and you will see incredible scenery on the way. There are gems all over like the Salt Flats, a number of different canyons, and scenic drives.
We have entered Death Valley National Park. We are currently on Highway 190. We are headed into the park from the west side. We have a giant hill that it looks like we get to cross. We are currently at 1,552 feet.
Glad I'm the only one paying attention here.
We passed a guy in a motorcycle that was filming. As I was filming, it was just really funny because everybody's got their cameras in the air. So we've gone up like almost 2,000 feet so far, and we are still going up. The scenery is just incredible. I don't even know how to describe it. It's insane.
The red's up there.
Yeah, there's those like orange flowers. I don't know what we're looking at. It's awesome.
Going up this hill, we're in first gear. It's doing pretty well. The transmission has warmed up to 210. And oil has went up to 258. It's a little warm. But it's done pretty well. We went up over 2,000 feet, 2,200 feet. And it's doing pretty good.
We went up like 3,400 feet in probably about 10 miles. There was a sign early on that said turn your AC off for the next 10 miles to avoid overheating. We are currently driving on the moon right now. The landscape is just so weird out here. It's just, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just weird.
It's like everywhere is a wash. We've seen lots of desert washes before. Usually there's vegetation. Here it's just all rock everywhere.
We have not seen any vegetation at all, but this is Furnace Creek. And there are like shrubs and like big palm trees in the distance. Clearly this area has some water and minerals to allow it to grow. We're headed towards the Furnace Creek Visitor Center. This is 190 feet below sea level. Isn't that weird? So we drove on this Panamint Valley Road and then went up this town pass that was a 3,000 feet and then down into the valley. And now we are at Furnace Creek, which is right here. So there's Furnace Creek where we are now, and we are going to be boondocking somewhere in this area. Hello everybody, it is a new day and we are back exploring the park today, Death Valley National Park. Right now we are at Mesquite Flats Sand Dunes. Super cool sand dunes. The sand here is super fine, very powder-like, and what's really interesting about these sand dunes is there's actually some vegetation that grows in them. We found ourselves a cool coyote just going down the road in the park. We are approaching Badwater Basin. This is the lowest point in the United States, 282 feet below sea level. One thing super rare and unusual right now is that there's actually water in the Badwater Basin. And the reason it's here is from Hurricane Hilary this year. Hurricane Hilary actually caused a lot of damage to Death Valley National Park. Every road was actually damaged here in the park. The main road only opened a couple months ago, and many are still closed. Walking out here on the salt flats is super cool. The water is so slimy because it's so high in salt content. You have to be careful where you walk because sometimes you might step in an area where it's kind of muddy and you sink. But otherwise, there's places where it's like flat and crunchy and you can actually walk on the salt and in the water.
I think I picked the wrong path to leave the lake.
So far, Badwater Basin has been super cool. The landscape here is just unreal. It's like it's white, but it's muddy and it's water and mountains are awesome. It's a really cool stop if you come here. So right now, we are currently 282 feet below sea level. And you see that sign up there? Up in the mountain? You can't see it? Okay, let me zoom in. That is sea level. 52x times zoom. Here's another view of the sea level sign. Right here. We're currently driving up to the natural bridge. It's a little bit of a washboard road. It's 1.5 miles to the trailhead. The trail is only 1 mile.
Just the drive is worth going on.
Here's a beautiful view of the Badwater Basin where we were just at from up here at the Natural Bridge parking area. The Natural Bridge Canyon is super cool. The views are awesome. Oh, there's the Natural Bridge, by the way. So it's only 0.3 miles to the Natural Bridge, but you're going uphill and you're walking on this loose gravel. So it'll get your heart pumping, that's for sure. The Natural Bridge is 35 feet thick. Just up a little bit from the Natural Bridge is the Dry Falls. What's cool about this is you can see where the pour-off came down and carved out a nice little area for a beautiful waterfall. We've reached the end of the canyon, or at least our end of the canyon. There's a cliff right here that you could climb over. Carl and I are the only ones in here right now, and we took a second to just pause and hear nothing. This area right here is called the Devil's Golf Course. Why they call it that, I do not know, but it's ancient salt formations that are constantly changing. These salt formations are really hard. They're soft and pokey, but you wouldn't want to fall on one of these. We're heading back for the day. We had a super awesome day. We didn't start super early. We only got in the park around like 11 a.m. and it's 4 o'clock now. And we had a really awesome day. The little salt formations that we just did are probably my favorite thing because I've never seen anything like that anywhere else. It was neat just kind of walking around. Tomorrow we're gonna be here too, doing awesome things in. Good morning. It is another beautiful day here in the Death Valley. Today we are starting out at the Artist Drive, a 9-mile scenic drive. This is the Artist Palette. Lots of different minerals create different colors here in the mountains. And they look different depending on time of day and if it's rained. There are a myriad of different trails you can explore here. The colors here are super cool. Artist Drive was super cool. There is a 25-foot limit restriction. The road is very twisty and curvy and narrow, and you go right next to the formations, and it's super cool. Our next activity today is going to be a hike at Golden Canyon. Golden Canyon is the most popular hike in the park. There are little side canyons that you can explore on this hike as well. So we are hiking to Red Rock Cathedral, which is 3 miles round trip, and it's been uphill the entire way. But the last little bit is a bit of climbing up even more big steps. This hike was okay. I really didn't think it was worth it. We went to the Red Cathedral, which at the end it was like a really steep, scary rock scramble just to get up there. So it was kind of a dud. It was okay to walk through the canyon, but you're walking uphill and it's really hot.
Make sure to stock up on your food and fuel before you come to the park because the 2 places to get it here are uber expensive.
Drive is super cool actually. It's a dirt road, super narrow. The road hasn't been in bad condition, but you get literally right next to these badland formations, and there are some pretty tight corners in here. That was a crazy little road. We really enjoyed that one. Definitely recommend it if you get the chance. We are turning onto Dante's View Road. This is another road that has a 25-foot limit, and it is 13 miles out to a viewpoint. The last quarter mile of this road is a 15% grade. We're going up there in just a quarter mile. Road took us extremely high up. Wow, what a view we have. We are currently sitting at 5,462 feet. Keep in mind, we started out today like 282 feet below sea level. Wow, what an incredible view to top off the last thing that we do here at Death Valley National Park. So yesterday where we were walking in Badwater Basin, that is right below us, right in the middle of the screen. You can barely even see, in fact, you can't even see at all the people down there. I'll zoom in. Look, there's some people. That's going to be it for our journey. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please make sure to hit that button and stay up to date on all of our awesome adventures. Thanks for watching.